Hello, welcome to Star Wars Spelt Out. I'm your host, Josh Chapman, and today we're back down the country. We're down in Leongatha. And when we're down in Leongatha, he likes it when it calls him Big Papa. It's Big Papa. It's Cam Chapman. Hey, going, bro?
Yeah, good. Doing all right.
Big week.
Big week.
Big week.
Second child. And
second child. Welcome to the world, little
round
Penny.
2. Yep.
Round 2. Yeah, we just had dinner before around our parents' place, and we were wrangling the 2 kids, trying to get them off to bed. You're just looking, going, "Yep, this is where I'm at now."
Exactly. And the other one's full of energy and brattiness, so it's oh God.
They come home. Mum and baby come home tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
tomorrow. So
this is the chance to get the old podcast in while we could. It was gonna be a little bit hard to pull you on the mic to say, "Hey, dude, just baby's all right. Just come into the corner and she can sit in the corner and we can just knock out a quick one." So
yeah. Well, we'll have to try for that next time, I guess.
Yeah. So we're actually not in the studio. It's a bit cold out the back in the studio. We might not get another chance to record in the studio because you're about to move into the new house.
Yeah, so that's still a month or so away. There's a studio in that one, but it's going to take a while to set up.
So it could just be a shed. It could
at
be
the moment, it's an echo chamber of, I don't know. It's just it's not very studio-esque.
Oh, well, there's time. There's time. We don't have to worry about that. So the other thing that's going on, just to put a little stamp on things, it's the Australian national election today, federal election. We've actually got the results, the live results.
The live feed on the screen.
On the screen in the background here. We're just sort of keeping an eye on things. It's not quite...
It's not over.
It's not over. It's not quite going the way we want at the moment, but it's pretty tight. It's gonna. So we're trying to keep upbeat. Like
when you see Tony Abbott defeated, and that's not enough to keep you happy. You're like, I want more. It's got a bad feeling. But we'll wait and see.
It's early days. Maybe by the end of the recording, it might be when we're like, oh hey, who really cares about Star Wars anymore? Life is over.
Life's over. Let's try and find those planets and move there.
I wish I lived in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh man, I wish I lived in a galaxy.
But you got to laugh, You
just New Zealand would probably do anyway.
Yeah, New Zealand would do. So that's right. So we're just sitting in the lounge room having a beer, and the little one's asleep. The kids are all asleep and stuff. So we just thought we'd come in, get Cam on the mic. It's been a while. I'm just trying to think. Last time we had you on, was Dara here? Was it when we watched the Star Wars holiday special?
Yeah, probably.
Haven't quite recovered from that.
Yeah. No, I haven't gone back and had a look at the rest or anything like that. So
no, you haven't decided.
Not something worth.
I got this piece of merch at Celebration. Have you seen the lunchbox? Have you seen that? I got it was like a tin, like an old school tin lunchbox. Lunchbox is a lunchbox. From like the 60s, 70s, whatever. 70s, yeah. And it's got, the Celebration branding and stuff on it, but it's got the imagery is all from the holiday special. So it's all from the only good bit in it's the cartoon.
Yeah, okay,
yeah. With the first appearance of Boba Fett.
Just little bits of the cartoon, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a picture of Boba Fett in the cartoon on the front, and then it's kind of got the weird looking C-3PO on the back. So,
oh, God.
Yeah. Silver linings.
Silver linings.
Kind of going, if we're going to put holiday special on anything, that'll be the thing to do it.
Yeah, I think Star Wars is the good and the bad. The bad's just as good, I think. I reckon
you just got to embrace the bad.
Yeah, I embrace the bad. That's the fun stuff, I guess.
Well, I got
the stuff.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of videos lately. Our friend Matt from Blue Bantha Milk did a really nice little documentary about Celebration, and I was lucky enough to be asked to be on that. So I don't know if you've watched that yet.
No, I haven't watched that yet.
It's quite nice. He's done a really good job, and there's a few sort of much more well-known Star Wars people, particularly Molly and Alex from Star Wars Explained, who are big guns in the YouTube world. I think they've got 1 million subscribers or something. Something insane like that. So it was quite cool being on a video with them. But then I hope I'm not spoiling. No, this will be out, I think, by the time it happens. But then Alex messaged me the other day and just said, would you mind doing a little video that he's putting together for Phantom Menace 20th anniversary, which is this year. And he's like, oh, can you just a quick little video, just talk about your favourite scene from Phantom Menace and stuff. And I said, yeah, no worries. And I was going, I like that bit. Oh, I like that bit.
Yeah,
I like that bit. I like that bit. I won't spoil what I said in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like... I was trying to think of something that basically wasn't just like, Darth Maul lightsaber. I want to try and be a little bit more imaginative because I think there'll be plenty of people doing that.
Yeah, we all... Yeah, he just needed another bloke, just a script editor. That's all he needed. the big story, the main story going through is awesome, I think. All those prequels. I think it just needed refining. That's all.
Well, that's all right.
I reckon, I'm a big prequel supporter.
Well, we went to one of the big panels at Celebration was the 20th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. So they did a big panel. Yeah. And I was like, it's going to be huge. And everyone's going, oh my God, is George Lucas going to be there? Is Ewan McGregor going to be there? Natalie Portman going to be there? Oh, geez, it was like, nah. Anthony Daniels will be there. C-3PO will be there. I mean, Ray Park was there, but, it was convention staples.
Okay.
People who kind of go to the conventions and stuff. And it was cool, they showed the trailer and they rolled they rolled sort of some background stuff, and it was people involved in it stuff to say. But a lot of it was kind of like, I've watched all the behind the scenes stuff. You're not really giving me any, and people going, George Lucas has a house in Chicago. I mean, George Lucas probably got a house everywhere, but I think his wife is from Chicago. Okay. So I think they're going, was George going to just pop down? He's just got to, and then
in his slippers.
Well, but, you're not far off. That basically. They were like, and now we've got a special message from George Lucas. And then on like the huge screen in the arena, there's like it was like a video that had been shot on a phone. So it was like portrait as well. It was like, can't even turn the phone over. And there's just George, like he must have just been in a restaurant or something.
Hey George, what do you think?
Yeah, someone just stuck a thing in his face. Like it almost looked like that he was sitting on the toilet or something. Like you just pull it back and he's just like, oh no, just excuse me while I flush or something. But he was just kind of like, thanks for everybody for Phantom Menace. Jar Jar's my favorite character. I love you all. Thanks a lot. See you later. Like, dude, at least it wasn't. Like the camera pan slightly in the window behind you can see like the city of Chicago.
You can see the convention in the background.
Yeah, he's like standing out.
Or
front.
Even better, it could be like this. Like you realize it's like, wait a second, and the curtain drops and he jumps out with a puff of smoke.
That's what you want.
Big guitars,
like he's Job from Arrested Development. Well, you want that thing where it's kind of like the. The video goes fuzzy and you think you've lost him.
And
then it goes, no, here he is. And he comes down on a flying fox or something.
I just pictured that. Don't have money. Don't have faith. That song or whatever it is going on. That's just how, I don't know. It's just instantly popped in my head.
We didn't George didn't turn up. The message was nice, but it was a bit weird. And there was like a little bit where it was obviously edited. There was like a little cut.
Oh, they cut it out.
Yeah, like he's obviously, whether he's like, oh, wait, I fucked that. Oh, these stupid.
Do it again? No, he's
like, no, just cut it. George, don't do second takes. Hey. George don't do second takes. Faster, more intense.
Like Bowie.
It's like Bowie. So sort of 20 years of Phantom Menace. Where did you see Phantom Menace? I think we touched on this last time. Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know where I saw it. I'm pretty sure.
Do we talk about it? I think the last time you said you might have been in Morwell or something.
Yeah, probably. It would probably been either One Thaggy or Morwell. With Zebamax, probably, most likely.
And that's in 99, so you would have been 15, 16?
12, 11 or something like that.
Memories. When's the last time you watched it? All the way through? Has it always been, it's on tally, I'll just end up
No, I've got the box, the Blu-rays. So probably 4 years ago, I guess, when Lawrence was brewing it.
When you had time to sit down and watch a movie.
There's I watch the prequels, but then there's the bits of just like fast forward, like there's just those like the lovey-dovey scenes, like
the lovey-dovey scenes.
Yeah.
Do you reckon
all movies? Yeah.
Do you reckon that'll be the first one you'll show, Lawrence?
Nah, you got to do it the proper.
Got to do OG.
Yeah, OG
trilogy.
And yeah, and then the way they came out.
Well, you said today that he's like becoming more aware about like goodies and baddies and stuff.
Yeah.
And
he's
dying.
just, animals dying and predators and stuff like that. Not the predator, of course.
He's more aware of the predator. He's like, hey, Dad, get to the chopper. Get to the chopper, Dad. Exactly. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah,
like,
I think we watched some Pixar movie. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was like Hero, and it was just a little bit too scary for him. So whenever I'm exhausted on a Sunday, we're like, let's watch a movie. He's like, no. Refuses to watch movies.
Actually, like she's like Frozen is where it's at.
Yeah.
Frozen is like the thing. So much so that I said to her, I'm going to Star Wars Celebration. Like, you want me to get you something from there? Something. And she's like, yeah, can you get me something with Elsa and Anna on it? Like, I know it's all the same wheelhouse, but no, I'm afraid I can't help you on that one. But, I mean, luckily they had, like, we went to San Francisco and went to the Disney store and got something there. Yeah. And then just, like, went to Target in America and they had, like, their little Frozen dolls.
The same stuff you get.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably could. I just needed something going, I got her, like, an Ewok T-shirt from Celebration. But, yeah, she's the same. Like, she can watch Frozen, but even then she's like, she goes, I don't want to watch this bit. I don't want to watch this bit. She doesn't like Peril.
Yeah.
There's like a bit where
only so much.
There's a bit at the start where Anna like falls in a boat, like just off a pier into a boat. She's like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, she falls like 4 feet off into the boat. It's too much. It's too heavy.
Yeah. You'd probably just seriously do an injury in reality. So
yeah, it's true.
It's probably aware.
Like bugger watching some sort of Star Wars. Someone gets their arm chopped off or something. She's like, that doesn't seem realistic.
Yeah. But my friend Jake. And he's got a kid the same age as Lawrence, 4 years old. And they watch Jurassic Park. I was like,
really?
I was like, and they just giggle the whole way. He's got an older sister, but they just giggle the whole way through. I'm like, how the hell do you do that?
Because Lawrence is big on dinosaurs. He probably loves dinosaurs.
Yeah, but I think it's
Jurassic
that
Park.
realist. There's still, you watch Andy's Adventures, it's still a bit fake and goofy.
You're like, this CG don't fly.
Yeah, I think, but when you get to the models and all that, I think it might push him over the edge.
There's plenty of time for all that kind of stuff. I mean, I think we told the story when I think Elise was on, which was like on our second or third episode, that we all went to see Jurassic Park as a family, and it gave like Elise nightmares for I don't know, months. I think
we saw that in Queensland too. I think, is it? I don't know. Was that Ninja Turtles?
Ninja Turtles 2.
Ninja Turtles 2.
We saw in Queensland.
I always say that. I always think of that. It's like the things parents do for us. They would have just been sitting there going, what is
I guess
this?
One of them must have taken us. I don't even remember. I have a feeling it might have been... What year did Ninja Turtles 2 come out? 92, 93?
Oh, probably, yeah.
If that was 92... I must have been 13 or 14. Surely they could have just dropped us off and we could have gone in and watched Ninja Turtles.
I think we were in Queensland, so...
Yeah, but no, I think we were in Queensland, but like it was like a shopping centre or something.
Yeah.
It could have been like dropped off and like, okay, Ninja Turtles will be over in 2 hours. You can just come back. Now, and I think that's when we went to Cairns. That was the Cairns.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, I know.
It's probably pre-mobile phones. You kind of can't do.
No,
this.
it would have been. I can remember now because I remember watching the World Cup final in Cairns, and that was 94. So it must have been 94. So I was in year 10.
Yeah.
God, I'm still seeing Ninja Turtles 2 in year 10. So what would have been like 15 or 16? Yeah, so that's all right. Yeah, so Mum and Dad wouldn't have had to sit through Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
No, I think they did, though.
You reckon?
Yeah. I don't remember.
I remember seeing Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Oh, yeah, that would have been tough as a parent.
But I said I remember that like Dad took us, but he went to like another movie at the same time.
Oh,
we met him outside.
Oh, okay.
So I think he went to something else. I have no idea what it was. Yeah. Had to see what else was playing when he saw Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
What was competing on that same weekend?
Yeah. Hey, who was dumb enough to go up against Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah. And gangbusters.
Yeah. I don't know. It's different now, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. If Lawrence is like 13, you probably see him go to the movies, wouldn't he, Langatha?
Yeah, no, he'll just switch over and go, yeah. I remember I've got with Arnie Fran, I went and saw Robin Hood with Kevin Costner.
Oh, really?
When I was pretty young, and I made it I made it probably about 15 minutes in and was like, oh, too much. And I wasn't that young, but I was still just like,
I made her see Batman with me, 89 Batman.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
I remember distinctly seeing that. And I remember she was trying to convince me to go see Indiana Jones instead.
Yeah.
I think Last Crusade had come out. I guess she thought that was at least, she was like, well, at least I can watch Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
But
No.
I do distinctly remember seeing that. But I remember that I'd heard about like the bit where he dreams his parents get killed. And I think I remember, I think I said I had to go to the toilet or something.
Yeah,
Watch
probably.
that bit.
Watch through your fingers.
Yeah, it was a bit too scary. But anyway, good times. The movie, we didn't get to go to the movies very often.
No,
so you can't remember the 6 times you get to go to the movies.
Country kids, you know. You had to either travel to Wonthaggi, or which you never wanted to do.
Yeah, or when you were lucky enough to, aunties would take you for a weekend or something, and they're like, "Oh, let's go to the movies."
Yeah.
So we're episode 9 trailer. Where'd you watch it?
Right here, probably. I think. Yeah,
on this
right
couch?
Here. Yeah, I pulled up. God, it annoys me so much. I can never find the official trailer.
So it's always like
you're always like trying to find.
I never understand
Joe
where
Blow's
it's like,
re-edit or whatever, repost, and
but it's always like the trailer comes out. There's always like Joe Blow trailers or something, and it's like, are these people allowed to just put these trailers up?
Yeah,
it seems weird that like StarWars.com will put out the trailer. Then there's like 5 other sites that just put the trailer up as well. They can.
YouTube's just garbage.
Yeah. I never quite understood that. So did you get up in? Because I think it was like 3 in the morning.
No, I didn't. I knew it came out, and I was like, I didn't want to watch it on my cracked iPhone. Essentially.
Perfect viewing experience.
Yeah.
This is the way JJ wanted it.
And then with, you just got to find that moment. It's like, I've got to watch it on the proper screen and stuff. And I've only watching it once, so I've already forgotten what happens most of it.
Really?
Yeah. So
you can't even remember?
No, I remember like bits and pieces, like the TIE fighter or whatever coming in, and of course the Emperor and
Lando.
Oh, Lando looked awesome. that was pure, member berries, just hitting right in there.
Yeah, like, a great big serve of member berries.
Oh,
Lando came on.
Just like, it's so good to see him.
Yeah,
and he does have that he does have that like the Wire kind of presence, like that old, the mayor type. That like the old black guy mayor of authority that everyone loves.
Yeah, we talked a little about like what Lando's deal is going to be in this. Whether he's kind of just there from the start, he's joined the gang in the sort of the years in between, whatever the time is, or whether he's it's always like you show up somewhere and it's like, well, we've got all the help we need right here, and the door opens and it's like, well, look who it is. You got to come and rely on good old Lando to save the day, as usual.
Smooth.
When we saw Billy D was at Celebration, so he came out for the episode.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
So he sat down. We're in the room. He just sits down. He's just like, sweet. You're all so sweet. Yeah. I mean, I think he's in his 80s now.
Yeah, he's pretty old now.
He's getting up there, but he looked like he was in good nick. I think they'd sent him off to training school.
Yeah, probably personal training, keep him healthy, and
so hopefully he's not just sitting behind the Millennium Falcon the whole time. They make him do all this training and he doesn't get out of his chair for the whole thing.
They could have always done the Samuel Jackson thing and just digitally age him down or something.
Oh, well, I guess he's got to be age appropriate, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know. He might have. Hopefully, they don't make him run too much or anything.
No.
They might do some weird double.
Generals don't.
Where from a wide shot, all of a sudden he's doing like backflips.
He's like episode 1 flips and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I got the Force, baby.
Yeah,
Luke left me the book in the Falcon.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. Yeah. Lando's quick steps to get the Force.
You get mad at Ray for getting powerful so quick. Look how quick Lando can
Call
do
now. He's just doing infomercials across the galaxy.
I got rich selling the Force.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard at all.
How to make a buck, yeah, definitely.
So that was cool seeing Billy D. I'm just trying to think what else is in the trailer. That Kylo's in there doing some moves. Leia was in there. It was a bit surprising to see Leia.
Yeah, Leia will be there. I'm sure it'll be interesting to see what. Yeah, of course, like everyone else, just see what. Yeah, how much they've got.
Pull it off?
Oh, they'll pull it off. You've got like they probably got a heap of film, and it's kind of if it doesn't work, it's not going to make it.
They've got sort of unlimited money and resources. It's like nobody else could if there's probably nowhere else more qualified and better funded than Disney to do it. Really, are they?
Yeah, there'd be about 20 executive producers and whatever else too. Kind of, if it doesn't make the cut, it won't make the cut.
A bunch of scrutinies. Well, I think
especially you'd be pretty if you're not going to put it in if it didn't work.
No, exactly.
Just too much writing on it.
Well, that's the thing. People get mad about everything.
Yeah.
If you muck up Carrie Fisher and it just looks weird, I think people will get really. Then there'd be. Yeah. They think people are mad about Daenerys burning people down on a dragon, but
yeah. They keep voting in the Liberal Party.
Well, we don't know yet. We're just watching this now. It's not looking great for the party that we voted for.
Yeah, come on, people, get passionate about real things, not bloody chicks on dragons. Christ.
Oh. Yeah, well, we don't know. It's not over yet, but it's not looking good. But they've got to do Perth. He's just doing some election commentary now.
Oh, election commentary. Oh. It's like you listen to Bill Burr's podcast, and he normally just puts the hockey on, so he'll be just talking, and then he'll be like, "God damn!"
Oh, really?
I think this is and he goes straight back to it.
This is the first podcast I've actually done where there's a TV that's on in the corner and things. So, It is an election.
Oh,
night.
It's a good distraction, the podcast. God,
yeah, that's right. We can just sort of do that and talk. But did they have they don't even talk about elections in Star Wars, do they? Well, they kind of have like the vote and things, but they don't. Do they have like election day? And do they? I mean, like Amidala was like the queen, but did she get voted in? Did she have to campaign? Like, what was her platform?
God. Wasn't she royalty? No, she was just voted in. They vote for their royalty. I don't know how it all works.
She was the queen, but then she kind of gave it up. I think she was only queen for like a couple of years.
Oh, they just their queen's just like a president, I guess, is it?
It was always like a young girl as well, which is kind of weird.
The next queen's Barry, some bloke.
Yeah, that's right. We really think that Barry would be really good to be the queen. Like, he's got a lot of experience, and no, I think we're going to stick to the 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, they know how to run a planet.
Yeah, I mean, granted, they've got a pretty good track record. I mean, Queen Amidala, she saved us from the droids.
Maybe that's what we should be doing. I'm sure 14-year-old girls could be running the country better than.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, maybe where's the 14-year-old girl platform? Yeah, just put her in as queen. Let her rule with impunity for 4 years and see what happens.
It'd be awesome. Little unicorns and Frozen constantly playing.
14, I don't know, maybe 4-year-olds.
Oh, that was a bit old.
Yeah. I think that would be if Olive was queen, it would be Frozen and unicorns.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And all the cheese you could eat.
It'd be just bad pop music and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Some Jonas Brothers. Is that what kids listen to these days?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're still around.
Are they?
They're on SNL last week.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh. Who hosted last week?
What's her name? Oh, God, I can't remember her name. The British actor from...
he's lost it.
The chick, he's
lost it.
Yeah, no, I can't remember.
Oh, well, there you go. I think I've caught up. That's all. I didn't because I think I would remember if the Jonas Brothers were doing something. Yeah. But fair enough. What else was in that trailer? Sort of a lot of scenery.
It was
stuff,
very.
Really.
It didn't feel like it really gave anything away at all. No,
I mean that's the plan.
That's the whole
really?
point. Yeah, it didn't.
To sort of feel like you're seeing a bunch of stuff, but then you're not really seeing anything.
enough to be like, I don't need it. I've always said this. You don't need a trailer for me to go see a Star Wars film. It's just pointless.
Well,
I'd almost prefer.
I guess it just you ride the hype train and stuff.
Yeah, I honestly go, no, I don't need to watch it, and it's just. I can last about a day, I think, and then I'm like, yeah.
Well, at least it lasted till morning.
I think what makes me like how I convince myself is like I'm just going to see it in my feed anyway, like bits and pieces. Anyway. So you're like, I might as well watch it.
I might as well watch it because people are either going to talk about it or do like screen captures and things.
Yeah, you're going to not avoid it anyway. You can't avoid it anyway. So.
Nah, I mean there are some people who do it who just go like, nothing. I don't want to know.
Going off Twitter for a year.
I think Glenn does that. Cousin Glenn,
yeah.
I think he's like, I don't want to know nothing. I don't watch trailers. I don't read articles. I don't watch TV spots.
But he wouldn't even have any social media at all anyway. So
no, not that I know of. Yeah, I mean, I hope Glenn's come. We lost Glenn. Glenn didn't sit great on Last Jedi.
Yeah, he'll be there anyway.
I know he'll be there, but I want him to be excited and stuff. That's why I'm kind of like, I want you to watch the trailer, dude, because then you could probably get a little bit excited again. I'm just trying to think the last time we saw it.
I've kind of gone a bit cold turkey on Star Wars just to lead up to it because I was watching Resistance.
Oh yeah,
it was good. But
did you get all the way through?
No, I got to a certain point and I was starting to go, I felt like I needed to just pull back.
Yeah,
and wait for the Mandalorian.
So you're gonna wait for the Mandalorian?
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, if I get a moment, I'll probably go back and watch the rest of it.
And what have you seen of the Mandalorian so far? Have you seen anything?
Nah,
have you seen the shaky cam footage?
No, I haven't watched the show. Again, I don't want to watch a trailer or shaky cam. I'd rather watch it.
So if they finally go around,
if they drop it online, I'll watch it. Yeah,
we've all given you.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much in the dark, except for just whatever the actors and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah, I mean, we were lucky because we were in the room. We got to see the sizzle reel and the behind the scenes, and then we got to see the trailer as well. Yeah, they actually showed quite a lot.
Yeah.
But
I know.
that's just, they could have just showed it. They could have just showed everybody. It wouldn't have mattered, I think
it made it special for you guys because you made the effort to get there and stuff, and you've actually got something exclusive.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't get that sort of stuff very often, so you might as well. They'll ramp up their publicity.
I'm sure everybody's going to get to see that stuff eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess it was a bit weird that even people who were at Celebration who weren't in the room at those panels and stuff, they didn't get to see it either.
Oh, really?
So you had to be in the arena. You had to be in the arena for the panel, and then you had to be either because they had like these overflow rooms where you could go. Like there were still sort of rooms that were ticketed, and you could go and then you could see everything that was in the big room, and then everybody else who didn't get into that was just like out in the exhibition hall, and they had like where the live feed was. So basically, you could see what was being shown to the world, like on YouTube and stuff. But then they were going like, "All right, we're going to show something special for you people in here in the room." And then apparently, the people who were out in the exhibition hall like just went dark, and people were like, "Ah!"
This is cruel.
Yeah, so it was really cruel. So we had some friends who were in the exhibition who missed out. Who went.
They were probably worried about people like getting like perfect frame of the.
Yeah, well, I guess there was that.
Yeah,
because
the footage online's probably they're 20 meters away.
I think one of them looks like they're miles away at the back. Yeah. I think the only one that I've sort of seen looks like they're at the absolute back of the room because when they were kind of going, oh yeah, we're showing exclusive stuff. Like they had staff coming down who were just like torches, just looking at everybody with phones, going like, phone down. They're kind of
so someone's like trying to slip it out.
Yeah, so they look like that they were in like a very
Mission Impossible glasses.
Yeah, or they were just in an area that was sort of at the
someone had a pair of those Google glasses.
Yeah, well that's if they'd taken off, it would have been very hard to very hard to monitor, but. Yeah, so they were kind of like... But then when we were in the Resistance panel, they showed like the whole first episode of the new season of Resistance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I don't remember seeing anybody doing that. I guess
they're probably like,
I don't think care as much as the cartoon.
Oh, it's just a lot of data.
It'll probably come out soon. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, Mandalorian looks great. Like, I reckon it's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's... the rumour is it's going to be on Stan. Here.
Oh, okay, because Disney, yeah.
Because I don't think Disney's going to launch.
As long as it will be, if it's Thrones production quality, it'll be fine. Yeah, good.
Oh yeah, look, the production. There's no issues with the production quality. The production quality looks absolutely mint.
Yeah, I think that's.
It looks like they just chucked an absolute ton of money at it.
So good. Isn't Avatar going to be on Disney Plus? I heard somewhere. I don't know. So crazy, like the Fox, new one or something ridiculous.
Disney's bought Fox, so they own all the Fox stuff now.
Yeah.
So now that they've gone, all right. After
just half hear rumors.
After Rise of Skywalker this year, there's going to be no new Star Wars movies for 3 years.
Yeah.
So till 2022 or whatever it is.
That's all right.
And then they're going, but then you're going to get a Star Wars movie every second year. And then those in between years, you're going to get an Avatar movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. God, you'd hate to, I guess, it's everyone else has to schedule. It's like scheduling around a Kanye or Drake album, pretty much.
They have to stay far enough away from each other.
You have to know secrets to when to drop your album. When they're going to drop it, and
you don't want to actually end up being on the same week.
No. That's the big feud between Drake and Kanye. Because Kanye found out when he was dropping and dropped just before Drake and pissed him off.
So this is the insight that Cam you give us that we don't have on here.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same.
But who's competing against? Like Disney has all the big dogs.
What else is there?
Who's coming up against?
Fast and the Furious?
DC. I guess that's about it.
Yeah, well, DC. Well, the thing is, DC. Because Star Wars didn't drop. They put Solo in the middle of the year rather than Christmas.
Yeah.
So that slot just became wide open because originally they
Aquaman or whatever.
Yeah. Well, originally they were like because they had the new Mary Poppins and they're going, we don't want to we want to clear the slate for Mary Poppins to dominate.
And that's the irony is that Mary Poppins and Aquaman, I've only watched half of.
So together you've watched the first half of the movie is interesting, and then the second half just goes into the ocean.
And just didn't get back to it. And Mary Poppins' partner fell asleep, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Mary Poppins was okay, but all it did was make me think of the songs that were in the original Mary Poppins.
Yeah, the first thing I thought of Mary Poppins was like, God, those are catchy tunes in the first movie.
Yeah. So it's like this song just reminds me of a better song that I know.
Yeah.
And then even in the movie, it's like, it's not a chimney sweep. It's a guy who lights things. It's not this. It's something that's almost the same, but not exactly the same.
Yeah. I think it's just the tunes. I think the tunes is what it need. Like they were all right, but they weren't like the tunes on the Simpsons Mary Poppins episode were better. They were
right, the Sherry Poppins
episode. They were heaps better than those ones. So
yeah. Well, they cleared the slate for Mary Poppins, and I think it did fine, but it didn't do crazy.
Yeah.
They're kind of going, you could have stuck Solo there, and it probably would have done just as well, if not better. And then we'd be talking about when Solo 2's coming out. And then
hopefully they lie. Hopefully they've lied to us and there's a Solo movie.
Well, who knows? Yeah. Maybe they'll just stick it on Disney Plus. Maybe they'll do the Solo.
Straight to home video.
Well, does it count? Is it home video now? Or is it straight to Disney Plus? Is that? I mean,
there's still a.
Stigma?
I guess there is stigma with streaming stuff. It's not quite. As far as storytelling and dramas, but blockbusters are still cinema experiences.
It would be weird if a Star Wars movie debuted on streaming, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be quite strange.
But I guess this TV show, it looks like movie quality, The Mandalorian, but it definitely it felt, the pacing felt more like TV though. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, you didn't have to rush everywhere. And that's why I was kind of going, I think that's why they keep talking about the Obi-Wan. It's like, do that on TV. Because if you do it in a movie, you've got to have some kind of big third act, massive thing. It's going,
I think that's the problem with Aquaman. I couldn't get through. It's the same. There's the movie, the third. It's the same pacing. The big low before the big high at the end. It's kind of that's why TVs that's why it's so good, these extended programs, because it's a lot less predictable. And
all of a sudden, she's on a dragon burning the place to the ground, and people
which was awesome.
Which was awesome,
and we knew it was coming. Come on, guys.
I thought it was coming.
It's still surprised us.
Well, people keep talking about going, remake it. It's like, well, you haven't even seen the last.
You know who we've got to blame for that? Sonic. The guys are like,
people went,
the guys
okay, we'll do it.
Now everyone in the internet thinks they can change everything because they could change Sonic. He didn't look that bad.
He looked weird. He didn't look like Sonic. He looked like a CG hedgehog.
Yeah,
so I guess that was the idea.
I don't know. I guess it's like Sonic haven't made a good game since the 90s. So what are you complaining about?
I can't believe that they're just going, hey, you know what the kids want? They want Sonic the Hedgehog. They want a $50 million CG.
How come Alex Kidd didn't get
a Kid Icarus movie?
Yeah.
Where's all those kind of things?
Kid Icarus, though, has a cult following through Smash Brothers, though. Like, he's a pretty... he hasn't gone off the scene, you know what I mean?
I'm glad
Alex Kidd. I had to clarify that for the people. Well, I mean, even though I've never played a game with him, but I do know who he is.
Alex Kidd.
No, Kid Icarus.
Oh, Kid Icarus. Yeah, right. Right. Tackling those big issues.
Yeah. So Sonic, you ruined it.
Yeah.
The directors.
They just empowered them.
And now everyone...
We can do anything.
Yeah, we can change everything now. So, yeah, anyway.
Well, I mean, they were doing that with Last Jedi. There were some angry nerds trying to petition that to get remade and to do things.
Oh, yeah, but it's always going to be.
It's always weird, like, if people go, the logic going, oh, well, Last Jedi, we can get it remade or retracted. We've got 2 years to do it. But like Game of Thrones, like, next episode's out next week. You've got 7 days to get it done, guys. And then you've got to reshoot the finale while you're at it.
Yeah. Why waste your energy on that shit?
No.
It's good to be passionate about things, but come on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Anyway, I guess it's the day of like, I signed a petition, took it like half a minute.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like you had to write.
It's not like you went out the front of bloody Parliament with a sign.
No, you had to handwrite it, print it out or handwrite it, put it in an envelope, write the address, buy a stamp.
Buy a stamp. Yeah, if you had bought a stamp, no one would have done it.
Yeah, you got to make...
Maybe petitions should be stamped. You need a stamp for it to mean anything.
Yeah, exactly. So update here on the elections. Not looking good at all here. The numbers...
Oh, God, they're only 3 off.
Yeah, so unless there's some sort of massive surge here at the end.
So you don't understand what I'm in a strong nationals. I have to listen to this shit for the next 3 years. I am not looking forward to this.
No, it's all,
when you're living in the city, you're in your little bubble and you think everyone's on the same page. But out here, oh God, they're just. I'm shaking my head.
Well, in 3 years' time, when the next election's up, we'll be almost ready for another Star Wars movie again.
Yeah, well, we need Star Wars escapism. Really,
we can sit here again.
It's
and
just. Yeah, just focus more on politics.
Everyone wants to hear more politics in their Star Wars. Tell me more about that trade federation.
Well, that's why I thought everyone bitches about the politics in Phantom Menace and all those movies. It's like the kids need to learn this. They're obviously not learning it at school.
That's what we need.
We need to know.
That's what's happened. These new Star Wars movies, they just haven't had enough politics in them now. People aren't learning their lessons.
It could be a little bit boring, but it's you can't. Every war starts with politics pretty much anyway. Something going wrong with politics. So,
well, maybe the environmental message isn't cutting through here, and what we need is more Avatar movies.
We do need more Avatar.
But, Avatar's gone away for 10 years.
Yeah,
and environmental message is not cutting through. So maybe we need a couple of blue cats, taking on some bulldozers.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how you can. I think this is a head scratcher for.
I'm not quite sure what you do. I don't even know what you would do in a second Avatar movie. Like, where does it go?
You do. It's like Crocodile Dundee. You take the Avatar back to Earth.
Ah, yeah, okay.
And you spend half the film like looking at toilets going, what's this? Or
they're too tall. They're like bumping their heads.
Yeah.
Because they're like 10 feet tall, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 10 feet tall.
So they're awkwardly standing over a toilet.
That's not a knife. This is a stick or something.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. So he's like riding his like flying lizard around Manhattan and things, getting a ticket and crazy hijinks.
Yeah. Yeah. And getting down the locals.
Learning the lingo. They make him like say butthead. He's like butthead. They're like, he's and he calls someone a butthead.
Yeah.
This thing writes itself.
Exactly.
Avatar 2, Avatar in the City.
Yeah, Avatar in the City, yeah.
See, I'd watch that.
Of course you'd watch it.
I don't know whether I'd be giving up a Star Wars movie to watch it, though, but...
yeah. You can't overdose. You got to mix it up,
So you're happy with 3 years? You can live with it?
Oh, well, yeah.
Especially
because we've got the TV shows. And
if you're getting sweet Star Wars, you're actually getting more Star Wars content.
Yeah. It would be nice to have maybe a... one of those in-between movies. It would be nice. Just an independent movie or whatever, like a Rogue One or something.
Oh, yeah, like a standalone kind of thing.
Might be nice.
Yeah.
Another Solo is really what I want.
It's just that one decision to put it in, the middle of the year just killed off, what might have been.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see its streaming, its results and numbers.
I think, good enough. I sort of thought maybe they would announce some sort of Solo 2 thing at Celebration and try and keep the ball running, and it doesn't look like it, but who knows? Stuff can happen, change pretty quick.
Change can happen in the movie world. We're not here.
Yeah, it's not in this election by the looks of things. It looks like we're gonna. Yeah, it's not looking great. Just as an update here, that's these things happen. We're just like trying to talk Star Wars, and then the election.
Another
is
seat gets on the.
I keep going. They're still miles off, and like, oh no, they keep going up and up and up and up. But yeah, that's life. Though. We've got to get back to Naboo politics here. They just throw the. I mean, Jar Jar got to be a senator. So there's obviously some kind of maybe their system is a bit sort of. I guess he was a war hero, though, wasn't he?
He is a war hero, and he's probably, he's doing it Jar Jar's way. I don't know.
Bit of name recognition.
I don't think he would be bought off quite easily.
That's true. Actually, he'd probably be pretty. I mean, he's pretty easily manipulated, but he's not corrupt. Yeah. He's not corrupt.
He's not corrupt.
Yeah, we tried to, give him a briefcase full of money. He just didn't get it. But then we just sat around him. If someone really smart would vote for us or do the thing we wanted, then he went, "Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that."
He's probably easy. Yeah, puppeted.
Don't they just go like, "If only somebody was like." Smart enough to what is it? Because they want to give them the Chancellor or Palpatine like
that's powers. Right. Yeah, that was all it took.
And they just stay in the room and they're going, if only somebody was smart enough to have the courage to do this
to vote through these reforms.
Yeah, and he just stands there going, I'm smart enough.
Yeah. They've made a bad decision there. Shit, Greg Hunt. God damn it.
Cam's giving another live running commentary here on the election here. They're going to need a pretty impressive rear guard here, but it's not looking too good at the moment. But
jeez,
these things happen. we got to look up on these things.
Yeah,
there's always Star Wars.
Yeah, that's going to have to be the refuge.
So you might have to bust out those Resistance episodes now.
Yeah, exactly.
How far in did you get?
No, pretty far. Like, oh God, I don't know. I would have watched 20 or so episodes.
Oh, okay. Jeez, he didn't have many to go at all.
No, I wouldn't have that many to go. No.
Yeah, so because I ended up watching him on like almost all of them on the plane to America.
Oh, okay.
So I watched about 10 of them, and then I just like, I should watch all these because they're having like a special panel. And the rumor was, they're going to show new stuff for a new episode. I'm going, it's not going to make much sense if I'm not caught up. So
who's that guy?
Yeah, what that guy said when I said, "Who's that guy?" So
it's like me at the movies.
Yeah. So I thought I better catch up, and that was good. Yeah, it definitely got better and better. I was talking about last week when Tracy was on that the way that they've sort of worked the timelines to directly with Force Awakens, and now we'll get Last Jedi. Even though that takes place over like 2 days. And then it'll roll into 9. Like then we'll get into like, this is what happens in between 8 and 9. So we don't even know like how much time that's going to be yet.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what's.
I think it might be real time. It might be 2 years. That'd work. It'd
be strange if it was like a big chunk.
Like 15 years later. Like that's weird. Everybody
all the actors got prosthetics on their faces. It's real bad. Like what was those movies that came out a few years ago? They just all like when all those political dramas that came out, and they just had poor prosthetics.
I thought you were talking about like the last Harry Potter movie, when that's supposed to be like 25 years later.
Oh yeah,
and they were just like a bunch of teenagers with talcum powder in their hair.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio, who is like dressed up as an old man.
Oh, the J.R. one.
Yeah, all those type of ones.
It's the eyes, man. Leo's still got the
young eyes.
The young eyes that burn through.
You need the whiskey eyes or something.
You need the whiskey eyes. Yeah, that's very true. No, I reckon it'll be a couple of years. I think it might even just be the real-time years and things. I don't think they're going to jump ahead too far. But I think Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back was a year, supposedly. And I know they're doing all these like little comics at the moment where they're actually
filling it in.
Well, when I had Andy and Catherine on 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the end of New Hope. Like, why doesn't Han, how he's loading up at the end.
Oh, I have my 2 cents on that.
Oh, well... Did you hear the conversation?
Yeah, I heard
the
conversation.
Why doesn't he's got the reward? Like, what does he do with it?
I reckon he gave it back or didn't take it.
No, well, we talked about the whole thing, and then that week, like a comic came out called Tales of the Republic, and it was literally about what he does with his reward.
Okay.
So there's a bit where they're like in the Falcon, and Han's there like counting his reward. He's going like, "Oh, we got." Well, the weird thing was that he got 17,000
$20 and
well, he got
fuel money.
17,000 credits, which was what he had agreed with Obi-Wan was what he was going to get for the charter.
Okay, yeah.
So he got that. But then, the whole bit where they're like, she's rich, you help out, you'll get this reward that, more than you can imagine. Yeah. But then it sounds like he only got the charter. So maybe he's like, hey, look, just pay me what you owe me for the trip.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not a total bad bloke. But then the whole comic is like this whole thing where he's got his money and he's like, all right, we're going to go pay off Jabba. We're going to clear our debts. And you and me, Chewie, we're off to our next adventure. And then Leia comes in going, oh, hey, we need you to do something for the rebellion. He's like, hey, I might have helped out, but I'm not in the rebellion, Leia, but I need you to do this job. And then Chewie guilts him into doing this job. And he runs into some dudes who are like people he used to run with back in the day.
Yeah.
And they convince him to help out with some job, that's going to pay. And they do that. And I can't remember exactly what happens, but they basically get in some situation where his people he knows get caught.
He has to pay him out.
He has to pay him out. So he gives out the reward money, and that's what happens with the reward money. Okay, so we actually so it's just weird that we sat there and went going, why did they never explain what happened in this thing? And then the week later, like, oh, we specially made a comic for you just to answer it.
But you can't have a movie. You don't want to explain every little detail anyway. And then the reason he put the towel on that towel rack was...
I know, but it's always funny that he gets the reward money, and then at the start of Empire, he's like, I got to go. Like, I got to pay off Jabba the Hutt. I'm a dead man.
Maybe he's just really bad with money. He's just got new shoes and gold chains and shit. He's like, when are you meant to pay Jabba back?
Yeah, he's like, I got a grill.
He got a grill.
Paid.
No, for his rap song. My grill's worth more than a house deposit or something,
Yeah, but the funny thing about that also is that, like, he goes to the general. He's like, General, I got to leave, If I don't pay off Jabba the Hutt, I'm a dead man. The general just goes, well, death mark's not easy to live with. Like, see you later. I hate to lose you. He could have been like, dude, you could just give me some money and I can hang around. Like, if you think I'm that great, surely I'm worth the $15,000 to pay off Jabba the Hutt, and I'll stay. Like, just throw me some shekels, man.
No, he was probably like, huh? And the guy was like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, he's like, here to go. Like, what about you, Leia? You're a princess. You must have some money somewhere. You're rich, aren't you? She's like, hey, my planet blew up. All my wealth went up in the planet.
Yeah.
It's like you don't offshore bank account.
She kept her cash in the backyard.
She buried in the backyard. Like, I told you,
drug lord.
Told you we should have diversified.
Yeah.
We should have had some off-world bank accounts.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was just weird that we had that discussion. It was weird that episode because we talked about like the Han thing, and then the comic came out, and then we also talked about like, I wonder what they'll do with the next movies. When are they going to happen? And then like 2 days later, they always announce it. So it's like the news cycle always sort of happens as soon as you get something down on wax.
I'm sure it'll slow down eventually for a little bit, maybe bit of a lull.
It's just going to be weird having this thing where there'll be movies coming, but we won't know. We don't know anything about them yet. I think they're saying that the good money's on the Game of Thrones guys doing the next Star Wars one, but they're going, all three of those them. Is the one after that the Rian Johnson thing? Are they doing two movies?
Oh, they working together.
Are they working together? We don't know.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
because every time this stuff comes out, people go like, "Oh, this means Rian Johnson's getting fired." And it's like, "No, dog. I'm still talking about Star Wars. I'm still tweeting about it. Like every few months, I say, no."
Has he got any other projects in between?
He just shot a new film this year.
Oh, okay.
So he's got some other film. He's I'm going to make another movie.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm busy, but
worth checking out.
Yeah, it'd be worth checking out. He does good work, but as long as he doesn't, it's not terrible. And apparently the guy who was going to do episode 9, he did like the Jurassic Park World.
Yeah, that would have been.
And he made some other movie in between that was terrible, and it had like a pedophile or something. There was some kind of weird, sort of iffy, weird thing about it.
Yeah,
and they're like,
he's trying to be edgy.
Nah, man, you're gone. Or I don't know. They
it was pretty it was pretty bland movie. Like I enjoyed it, but it was still pretty bland.
The Jurassic World.
Yeah.
It's pretty forgettable.
Yeah, it's pretty, yeah.
And I guess if they were kind of like, maybe JJ's like, hey, I'd really like to come back and
just get JJ.
I don't know, there was all these rumours that he didn't like he wanted to keep Luke Skywalker alive and all this kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows, mate? All I know is...
I've got a thing to end the podcast with.
Yeah.
I know what's happened with the election results. They've done the Homer Simpson. I don't like his bike killing policy, so they end up voting for Sideshow Bob. So that's where we're at.
We're basically at voting for Sideshow Bob. It's not over yet, but it's not looking great here. So a bit of a shame to end on a little somber note, but it's been a pretty good week, Cam.
So next time you're about to complain about Star Wars in a petition, or maybe put that energy into converting that family member who gets the Herald Sun every week. doesn't like using recycled plastic bags or whatever.
Cam's on his rant here.
Yeah. Anyway, you can make change, people.
That's true.
Just
make a better world for Cam's new daughter.
Yes, exactly. And let the Star Wars people make their Star Wars films, and just leave them to it.
They're saying coalition victory here. So.
Oh,
dear. All right. Well, this is the time to end it. Cam, drop your socials before we...
no, just gully chaps. I'm out and about on Twitter.
Cam's out about. You can catch us at StarWarsSpelledOut.com. Go check out the Blue Bantha Milk channel for the documentaries that I'm in. It's fantastic. Subscribe to those guys, and I think keep an eye out for the Star Wars Explained one as well, which will probably be out by the time this comes out as well. But I mean, come on, you're already all subscribed to Alex and Molly's channel already. They do great work, so they didn't need any more pushes from us. But thanks again, dude.
No worries. Thanks, Amy.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.